Day 187 of 1,461 Days of Ignoring the Trump Administration. I am not a self-help guru. I'm just trying to help myself. I want to let you know that I am feeling vulnerable today on day 187 of 1,461 Days of Ignoring the Trump Administration. I am feeling vulnerable because, as I mentioned yesterday, I am trying to feel vulnerable. ChatGPT congratulated me when I told it that my therapist, after listening to the Josh Bloom podcast, said that he felt that I was 90% of the way to full vulnerability. He didn't actually put it quite like that, but I am putting it quite like that for entertainment value. ChatGPT told me, quote, if your therapist feels you're 90% there, it means you're already practicing vulnerability in big ways. That reminds me of the album Songs from the Big Chair by Tears for Fears, a band named for a state of vulnerability. Have you listened to the song Head Over Heels recently? It's fantastic. ChatGPT went on to add, quote, that's a beautiful and brave goal. Thanks, ChatGPT. But really, part of being vulnerable is lowering my guard and not making light of the fact that I am trying to be more vulnerable. I don't want to end up like the leader of the Trump administration. Some may take an easy opportunity to land a cheap insult in the comments by saying, oh, well, you never will. You will never be rich. You will never be powerful. You will never be famous. They will say this thinking I am interested in being rich, powerful, and famous. I'm not. When I say I don't want to end up like a leader of the Trump administration, I mean I don't want to be isolated, hated, and revered only by people who are either manipulated by me or afraid of me. There was a time in my life when I was actually quite close to being exactly that. I will admit that part of why I am so repulsed by the leader of the Trump administration is because I recognize those behaviors in him, and I can see how I used to be in the way he treats people. The reason I changed and became the 90% vulnerable person that ChatGPT congratulates today is because I was unhappy, angry, and frustrated with life. Not because I lacked money, influence, or notoriety. I had more of that at the time than I do now. It was because I could not connect with other people on a human level. I see that in the leader of the Trump administration and the people he gathers around him, also known as the Trump administration. It appears to me that he gathers these types of people around him because they share the same shortcomings. I know what that is about, too. Many of the quote-unquote friends I had at the time I was more of a shithead are no longer in my life because we are no longer alike. I am proud to have shared this with you today, and I hope to continue to mine my vulnerability for inspiration as I continue to ignore, the Trump administration.